What you're looking at came out of Illustrator. All squares, very limited color palette, and relatively uninteresting. And then doing nothing other than bringing this into Photoshop as a smart object and then jumping to a new layer, rotating, running it through Camera Raw, running it through some different filters, just trying to control the process through 5 different layer stacks in Photoshop. And the reason, well, there's multiple reasons for going through that many layer stacks, but this image is almost 5,000 pixels square. And the reason I started that large was because I was working for print. And I haven't printed this, but I'm tempted because I think it would make an interesting print. Not this, but perhaps this. Now, this image, is it done? Is it complete? Is there more to explore and discover? Which came directly from this image. Simply working up the layer stack, experimenting, and also blend modes. We haven't talked about blend modes. I may have pointed to them once, but the discoveries that can be made through pure experimentation while trying to control the results on each layer so you're not blowing out the image and losing detail and, making a mess. Look around the walls at the Mac Lab. Okay, I want you to pause the video and look at the walls. Okay, there's not an image up there, whether it started as a photograph, an illustration, typography, whatever. However it was made, there's not an image on the wall that has not been enhanced in Photoshop. The file that students had that they had reached a point where they thought they were done. This is finished. I help you push your artwork further in order to achieve something you might not have otherwise thought was possible. And if any of you think that you can move from here to here, yes, at some point this year, I believe you'll be able to. And yes, veterans, you want to try that? Well, snag this image, okay, and give it a shot. Because I'd love to see what you come up with. And is this the ultimate? No, it's one of an infinite number of possible results depending upon the journey you take, the path you take. There is virtually, well, there's a chance, but it's negligible that any individual, myself included, could match this. And it's not because it's perfect, it's because there are so many variables in between, it would be virtually impossible to retrace those steps. So what I want you to do is to approach Photoshop with an open mind, and Illustrator as well, or whatever program you're using. Even video. Enhancement in Premiere is also a possibility. So I want you guys to understand that this is a journey and the learning never stops. And that goes for me. And I've been using Photoshop since it came out on a floppy disk. Decades ago, last century. Enjoy the journey.